The most popular conspiracy theories. The U.S. is home to conspiracy theories big and small. UFOs are at the center of popular conspiracy theories, especially in Area 51, Nevada. Some people believe there is more to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas. Number 1. Some of the most popular conspiracy theories in the U.S. surround the Kennedy assassination. On November 22, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was in a motorcade in Dallas, Texas, when he was struck by 2 bullets. He died at 46 years old. Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the assassination of the president, and, 2 days later, Oswald was killed on live television. The Warren Commission was then created to investigate the incident and concluded that Oswald acted alone. However, some believe there is more to the story. There are theories that the CIA hired Oswald because of the president's reactions to communism and the Bay of Pigs invasion. Others believe the Mafia, Cuba, or the Soviet Union were involved in the assassination. When videos of the incident were released, people claimed Oswald's location made it impossible for him to have killed the president. Most recently, however, a scientist at IMSG concluded that Oswald did assassinate JFK. Number 2. Some people believe the American military installation Area 51 is researching and experimenting on aliens and their spacecraft. The famous Area 51 in the Nevada desert is a military installation at the Nellis Military Operations Area. But the base quickly became known as the most secretive military site in the world because it does not exist on any map or government website, leading many to craft conspiracy theories. Some believe Area 51 is researching and experimenting on aliens and their spacecraft. More specifically, people think they are studying a crash that happened near Roswell, New Mexico, in 1947. Others theorize that the moon landing was staged at Area 51. The government has said the facility is used to test experimental aircraft for the military. Number 3. QAnon is a widespread conspiracy theory that a group of Democrats and elites are attempting to undermine Donald Trump's presidency. QAnon is a baseless far-right conspiracy theory that claims former President Donald Trump is secretly fighting a deep state cabal of satanic pedophiles and cannibals. The conspiracy theory dates back to 2017 when a supposed high-level government official posted details of the inner workings of the government on the anonymous messaging board 4chan. The person identified themselves simply as Q. From there, the far-right group of people known as QAnon was born. While QAnon started as a niche online forum, it has turned into a mainstream belief system for some conservatives, according to the Washington Post. However, the claims within the conspiracy theories are not supported by evidence. Number 4. Some people believe that a research facility in Alaska is a mind control lab. In the mountains of Alaska, you can find the high-frequency active auroral research program that helps scientists study the farthest distances of the atmosphere. The facility sits on 33 acres of land and has over 180 antennas. The antennas have collected data about the aurora borealis, radio waves, and other atmospheric occurrences. But some think the antennas are an experimental weapon that can control people's minds, according to the Smithsonian. Others believe it caused the Columbia Space Shuttle to destruct in 2003. In 2016, however, the facility held an open house so the public could see that they were not up to anything dangerous. Number 5. Johnny Gosch was abducted in 1969 from Des Moines, Iowa, and conspiracies have surrounded his disappearance for years. On September 5, 1982, Johnny Gosch, 12, vanished without a trace from Des Moines, Iowa, while on his morning newspaper run. Without any evidence or leads, the case went cold and has remained unsolved, but there have been a number of conspiracy theories about what happened to him. Some people believe that he was forced into a child sex ring that was operating in Nebraska. His mother, Noreen, received pictures of a man tied up in a basement, leading her to believe the theory was true, though the man in the picture could not be proved to be Gosch and there was no other evidence to prove the theory. In 1997, Noreen said her now grown-up son visited her with his captor. She said he told her he was all right and that he was still alive, igniting even more conspiracies that he was still alive. But police could not corroborate the mother's story. Finally, there is a conspiracy that White House reporter Jeff Gannon is Johnny Gosch because they share similar political characteristics. This theory was also never proved. Number 6. The Safeguard Complex in North Dakota was built during the Cold War, but some think it's related to the Illuminati. The Stanley R. Mickelson Safeguard Complex in North Dakota was built in the 1970s to detect incoming missiles. The $500 million building is shaped like an unfinished pyramid, much like the one you can see on the back of the dollar, and has a round circle on each face. Mysteriously, the building was opened and in operation for only one day. It opened on October 1, 1975, and closed on October 2, 1975, when Congress decided to end the program, leading many to construct conspiracy theories. Some assume the building is actually used by the Illuminati because of its pyramid shape, which is a symbol of Freemasonry, the teachings of the largest secret society. Number 7. There have been 2,032 Bigfoot sightings in Washington state. Although there are Bigfoot sightings all over the U.S., Washington state has the highest number. There have been 2,032 sightings in the state, according to Newsweek. There are a number of theories around the mythical creature. Some believe it's a ferocious beast meant to be feared, and others think it's a harmless creature that wants to be left alone. There are other theories that Bigfoot is related to humans since it walks on two legs, while others think it's an extraterrestrial being. The original 1958 footprints were a prank by a man named Ray Wallace near Bluff Creek in Northern California, according to the Smithsonian. His children revealed it was all a joke after his death in 2002. Number 8. There's a giant active volcano under Yellowstone in Wyoming, and if it erupts, it could wipe out the U.S. Conspiracists believe the government knows when the eruption will happen. Yellowstone National Park is 3,500 square miles of wilderness, wild animals, and gorgeous landscapes. But under the park is something far more sinister. There is an active volcano that measures 44 miles across, and if it erupts, it could wipe out the entire U.S. The volcano last erupted 630,000 years ago, but there are some conspiracists who are convinced the next eruption could happen any day. Some believe the U.S. is drawing up contingency plans because the government knows the eruption is imminent. Conspiracists also point to videos of animals running from Yellowstone, which people think is a sign of the coming eruption. Experts say the animals are just running from tourists. Number 9. There were a lot of Mattress Firm stores in Illinois, all within a few miles of one another, leading some to believe it was a money laundering business. In 2018, a Reddit user brought attention to the fact that there was a high concentration of Mattress Firm stores in certain areas of the U.S., especially in Chicago. The Reddit thread quickly went viral, with thousands sharing photos and maps that show Mattress Firm stores within 0.5 miles of each other and sometimes even across the street. This led people to theorize that the retail company is a money laundering business. Mattress Firm is some sort of giant money laundering scheme, one Reddit user wrote. I remember seeing 4 mattress firms all on each corner of an intersection once, and there is no way there is such a demand for mattresses. WBUR and Business Insider debunked this theory in 2018. Number 10. Some believe that Truman Capote wrote Harper Lee's famous novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. Truman Capote and Harper Lee both grew up in Alabama and were childhood friends. They each went on to become celebrated authors. Capote wrote his crime story, In Cold Blood, and Lee the great American novel, To Kill a Mockingbird. While Capote went on to write numerous books, Lee published only one other book in her lifetime, leading some to believe that Capote wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, according to CNBC. In a 2010 documentary, Lee's sister, Alice C. Lee, denied the accusation, saying Capote had been jealous of her sister's success. The end.